angels, what's up? It's Lookin' Bratz, aka Dom. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. On this channel, I like to talk about fashion dolls. In particular, I do talk a lot about Bratz. Bratz is my niche interest, and I created a website called lookinbratz.com. That's Lookin' Bratz, hold the G. Don't put a G in that lookin'. lookinbratz.com. And that is what will be soon the largest Bratz resource. I think it is technically, but I've been working so hard the past 2.5 years to give it a good revamp, a refresh, and that'll be live by September if you've been keeping up with that, so stay tuned. It's gonna be really, really cool. It's something that I've poured my heart into. But aside from that, of course, I'm a huge Bratz collector. I do collect other doll brands, and I'm not against any doll brands really. I'm sure there's a few I'm against. But I am very open. Like, I'll collect Barbie, I'll collect Monster High, I'll collect Rainbow High and LOL Surprise as some of the more modern brands. I do collect a little bit, I think, in all the modern brand pools at the moment. But most, I will say most, there's some I don't know yet. I also like to collect niche dolls, like dolls that maybe are obscure, or maybe dolls that not a lot of people talk about, or maybe that they do and it's just a common interest that we share within the community. That's my channel. In this video we are going to talk about something that is not exactly Bratz related, but it is it's stepping on some territory, I guess we can say. So I went to Walmart today, and I almost didn't go, but I really had to use the bathroom. And I wanted to go to Five Below. The Five Below was right next door, and this was like right before work, because I was on my way to work, but I was like, you know what, I'll be early, so let me just stop at this place first. I want to go to Five Below, try to find this Bratz t-shirt I'm looking for. And then I went into the Walmart first because Five Below wasn't even open yet. So I went into Walmart and I used the bathroom, and I was like, should I stop and look at the dolls first? The dolls were first up, and I think I took a quick look and I saw her, and then I think I like immediately tweeted like this doll, the Teresa doll from Barbie Dream Besties, and then I stepped away. I went to go use the restroom, and then I came back and I thought it was just her because I had seen one of her in the Barbie section, and then she was actually just a few shelves above the Alwayz Bratz in another section, and there was 2 more of her there. And then I looked up and I thought it was just another Teresa, but it actually was Brooklyn Barbie, or Barbie Brooklyn, I should say. And I was just like, okay, like I have been so intrigued by this Barbie Dream Teens Besties drama. Not like the drama per se, but I was interested in the dolls, and I was interested in what it could do to the doll market. I'm always trying to look at like doll market trends and like understand like what is going on, because it feels like over the past 5 years since LOL OMG really revitalized the fashion doll market. We have to give credit where credit is due. Okay, I just have to say, quick interruption. Might not be quick, I'm not sure. If you know me, if you watch my videos, you watch my videos, you know. I bought a camera. I bought this camera. This is a Sony ZV-1F, and now you can see like the reflection. I'm just taking a picture. But I bought this camera because I was like, you know what, I really want to up my content game, and I want to prepare. Like, you know, I think I'm gonna be doing a lot more content like in the fall. Oh, now the camera's on. Dang. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna do a lot more content like starting in the fall, and I really want to like amp it up a little bit next year. So I treated myself to this camera because I had gotten a paycheck from a certain company. One that I like. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna up my content game, whatever. I recently just invested in CapCut, so I'm hoping to like up my video game, whatever. Like, you know, I'm testing things out, I'm experimenting a little bit. And so I started filming with it a few months ago. I started making videos with it. And I think one of the reasons why I've been holding off on editing a lot of videos is because I've been recording on that camera and it's not like in my palm, the palm of my hands and my phone, because I usually record on my phone. So I thought this would be like, you know, I'll up the game, but also like, am I ready to like let go of the phone recording? But I noticed that when I would go record things, that things would start to overheat in the camera, and I'm not sure if it's like the heat combined with like the ring light. The ring light does emit some heat, and you know, I turned my AC off and I turned off my unit that I do for my air purifier. I have no fans running or anything like that. Everything else in the background is purely background noise, and sometimes you can hear a lot of what's happening outside, like the motorcycles and whatnot. But I was recording on the camera because like I'm like, you know what, I really want to be serious about this video and I really want it to look its best, and I think it's gonna look completely okay. I'm recording on my phone now. I think whichever way I decided to do it, it was going to be fine, and I do think it says something about trying to go with what you think is right. Like, you know, I went with this camera because all the influencers recommended it and it was in all the articles and stuff, and I'm sure it's a great camera. I mean, I like it, I guess, but I do wish it functioned a little bit better, of course. Like, maybe it's just not meeting my personal needs, whereas I think the phone, the convenience of it, maybe it's not the most polished looking, but I do think I make it work. So I'm just gonna say that like the quality of this video may have shifted. Let me know if you do see the difference between what I did on the camera and what I'm doing now on my phone. I would really like that feedback if you're able to. But now I really do want to get into this video because I got Taco Bell and it is waiting for me and I am smelling it and I'm gonna lose my mind. I need this Taco Bell so bad. And I also need like a drink of water, but it's okay. We're gonna do the video. So I got these dolls. And so speaking about the revitalization of the doll market through OMG, we've seen so many different brands go in and out just within these past 5 years. Even OMG itself has really scaled down so much, and it's mostly the tots and the tweens right now. There's only one new OMG series that has come out for the fall this year. I don't know if there's more, but that's like the only one so far. So it's so strange when it was only like OMG and then Rainbow High came into the mix, and it was like those were like the top two competitors next to like Barbie. Then you threw Monster High in, and Bratz was starting to become more consistent, and then you had all these other side brands. Wild Hearts Crew came at the same time as OMG. So it's hard to put those in that category, but Wild Hearts Crew didn't last. OMG did, ultimately. And then we had Rainbow High, and then the only things we had before were like Boxy Girls, and Boxy Girls started to kind of rip off what MGA was doing, if we're being very, very honest here. And we had Pixel Chicks, not Pixel Chicks, is that what they were called? You know, the ones, Capsule Chicks, we had Capsule Chicks. And those didn't last a long time, and we had like little, you know, dingy ones in the middle. I don't know how else to call them. They're kind of like blips in doll history that maybe really nobody would care about. And there's been all these other brands. We have Globe Girls. We had the LUV Love Dolls. Disney Illy Forever. Monster High came back. That kind of thing is like what I'm talking about. Dream Ella was a blip. Mermaids, like that kind of thing. Like, so many brands have come and gone within this, what people do consider the doll renaissance. People are now considering the doll downfall, I guess. I forget how they phrase it. The doll renaissance is over. It's so dramatic, and it's a lot on Twitter. I love a lot of the people on Twitter, but like some of doll Twitter or doll X is just so dramatic. I'm like, let's par down a bit. Like, we gotta like stop going to like extreme measures. But I understand the concern. Somebody asked me 2 years ago, one of the artists I'm working with on the lookinbratz.com relaunch, they were like, do you think this is going to end soon? Should we relish it now? And this was only about 1.5 years ago. And I was like, you know what? Like, I feel like, you know, we're so conditioned to feel like everything's gonna like leave and everything's gonna be gone. I think because of Bratz. I think Bratz really set the tone for that sort of panic that I think doll collectors have. Because Bratz in 2008 going to 2009, it was just gone in a snap basically. And there was a good year and a half where Bratz was like faded into complete obscurity. So I think that's where a lot of the concern comes from. And I was like, you know what, I get it, but I'm like, should we like stop like conditioning ourselves to think this way? Like, is this unhealthy for us? Is this just something that was caused? And it did set off a reaction. I mean, it happened to every doll brand. Almost every doll brand that debuted after Bratz and right before Bratz 2015 is basically dead, unless it's like Enchantimals, which is like the cockroach. But even Monster High ended at one point and then came back in the 2020s. So like thinking about it that way, like it's just so crazy. And Barbie has really only been the only one who's lived to see it all, to truly, truly see it all, which is, I think, somewhat a shame. I think, of course, as someone who, I love Bratz, I just think there has to be another doll brand on the market that isn't Barbie. And I think that is completely okay. I would prefer to the one consistent one. The constant, I think, should be Bratz. And that is coming from a somewhat biased point of view. I think there's room on the doll market for literally any doll brand. Of course, everyone has different standards. Everyone has different opinions. Opinions are like Bratz holes. Take that as you will. Also, I'm an adult man who collects dolls. If I make references, innuendos here and there, I am about to be 26 years old. So I am a grown Bratz man. I'm trying to censor myself because I'm like, you know what? Sometimes I think it's not nice to curse on videos, but you know, I try to keep this open at least PG-13. I like to at least keep it PG-13. I know what I was consuming as a kid. I wish it had been a little bit different. And I'm reviewing kids' toys. I'm here reviewing kids' toys. I bought these dolls. Let's just get to it. I bought these dolls. I bought Teresa and I bought Barbie Brooklyn. I have been so curious about these because since the very moment they leaked, it was like right at the end of December 2023, Alwayz Bratz was just hitting shelves. And Alwayz Bratz didn't make it to most stores until like maybe February, March, April even of this year. So Alwayz Bratz, people had just saw them and they were starting to hit shelves. I do have a Yasmin here for comparison. This is one sent to me that was in a PR package, and I am going to be giving this away. The box is damaged, but I have enough. I have one already. Like, I don't need all of them. I'm going to be doing a lot more giveaways in the future, so keep an eye out for that. I'm so excited. I'm literally so excited. I want to do a brutally honest review. I think I have been very, very brutally honest about everything that I review. Of course, when I go into something, like if I'm reviewing a Bratz doll, I might be a little bit biased. I know some of the people who work on that brand, I know some of them personally. So I know the love and everything. Like, I can feel that love that they put into what they do. And of course, I think the same way about Mattel. I don't really know anyone personally at Mattel. Some of them follow me. One follows me on, subscribes to me on YouTube. And I was just like, oh my God, like, he's so cool. Like, I idolize a lot of these people in a sense because they're in it and they know, like, you know, exactly what's happening. And I do cherish that sort of knowledge that I've, you know, broken off from some of them and that they've been willing to share with me. But, you know, I think Mattel as a corporation, a company, has really shown its colors a lot. I mean, I think all the companies have shown their colors, if we really think about it. Let your true colors shine. But Mattel in particular, I think, has been very, very known to not fully respect its designers and its creatives, and it is very, very corporate driven, which it's a company. I get it, I guess. You know, you got to think business. But as a creative myself, And as someone who like loves to work with so many different artists and just appreciate all the mediums, it's so disheartening to just see, like, I don't know, like I'll see someone's vision, like they'll post an Instagram post and then you see the execution and it's like, oh, like, you know, well, I wish it had more of this, like, you know, more of what you put into it. So it's just, it sucks, I guess. And with Bratz, I'm a little bit more biased, but I do understand a little bit more of the ins and outs of what their production looks like. Whereas with Mattel, like, I really don't know what's going on. Recently, there have been some reports about AI generated art, and the 2024 holiday Barbies have been garnering some controversy. And I've been keeping up a little bit, and I do think it is really sad. Like, just there's just so many amazing artists out there, and I've had the privilege, it's been a huge privilege to just work with some of them, especially on this website reboot that I'm doing. And I'm like, you know, like, this is just so, it's beautiful what they do. What all the creatives do is beautiful, and it just sucks when it's a little bit heartless, or it's just very money driven. No no genuine no genuine no genuine nothing genuine about it. I've had a day, I've had a week, I've had a month, I've had a past 2.5 years. Let's just say that. I'm gonna be doing a comparison. It's gonna be a brutally honest comparison, because you know what? We're gonna keep it real here. Mattel is probably never sending me PR, and I've had to accept that fact. I really thought maybe there would have been a chance about 2 years ago, and I'm like, now I'm like, I'm really like, whatever. I think a lot of the people who do receive Mattel PR have been very complacent, and anybody who goes against the grain kind of then has to backtrack. And I get it. You want to keep good ties with the companies. I, of course, like to keep good ties with all the companies that I work with. And if there ever is a point of contention, I will, of course, step away. But I don't know. It just feels so soulless to do that. As someone who's an influencer and as someone who's, you know, a content creator, I think, you know, you should be very for what you do. And I think, I mean, it's all a business at the end of the day. Everyone's going to do what they got to do to get their bag. I've certainly had to do things to get my bags here and there, but it's interesting when it comes to certain things. Of course, I've been very vocal about what I dislike about NGA. Maybe not as a company as a whole, but definitely within how the Bratz brand is being treated. I have been very vocal about that. But I think I do it in a way that's constructive and maybe not, doesn't come off as like negative, like, you know, this sucks and like, you know, you should go to hell because Bratz and this and that, whatever. I always try to do it in a respectful manner where it is constructive, and it is out of a voice of love and concern, but everyone's voice of love and concern can come off differently. Let's just say that. I put timestamps, so if you didn't want to hear me rant that whole time, we're gonna skip here. So welcome to the point where I'm actually going to be unboxing these dolls. I felt like I just had to say a message about the creative sides of it, because yeah, that's me. That's me. This is my channel. And you know what? I run lookinbratz.com. Okay. Let me chill. Also, a lot of what I do is a joke. Okay, we have Teresa here. So I do want to, you know, compare the packaging, of course, but let's just take a look at her packaging. So the doll, honestly, you don't see a lot of the doll. Now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of this package is taken up by like everything else, and it's almost made to really feel like you're getting this like really deluxe doll. But honestly, like, I don't know, as someone like who can maybe take off that lens real quick, I can tell that this isn't the most deluxe doll. But I will say, and we'll get, when we get to the unboxing, we'll really be able to tell, is that for $20, I do think this is kind of impressive for Mattel. Not gonna lie. Monster High retails at about $25 these days, yeah, for like their basic core dolls. And I don't know, I feel like sometimes they come with too many accessories. Maybe that's a controversial opinion, but I feel like this is like a healthy amount of accessories, not gonna lie. Although I will say, I don't know, I like the accessories of both the Alwayz Bratz dolls and some of the Barbie Dream Besties. Some of the Barbie Dream Besties accessories, I'm like, okay, like maybe I could have done without this. I do feel like there's sort of a functionality for all of Yasmin's accessories. I guess starting from the sunglasses, both dolls do have sunglasses. Oh wait, those are headphones. Just sunglasses down here. Those sunglasses I do find kind of ugly. These ones are a very classic Bratz sculpt. I do like to turn to those types of glasses when I do Bratz doll dressings and all of that. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. The smoothie, I wasn't a big fan of this smoothie cup, I won't lie. Only because it doesn't fit very well in the palm of their hands. The choker though, that choker accessory, one of my favorite Bratz accessories of the past decade. I do love a good makeup compact, and that lipstick, I think it really adds to the fact that these are very glamorous dolls, and the Bratz do tend to live a more glamorous lifestyle, but that is within the realm of reality. Like, yes, you could live this lifestyle. You could be a Bratz girl or boy or they them. There's a phone, and it has a really cute nod to Bratz pets. Already, I do feel like there was a lot of love put into this. The outfit, of course, is directly inspired from one of it's I forgot the designer's names. It's a French name. But I also love the boots, like, and I love this purse. I mean, off the bat, I am gonna say I do think overall I do prefer the Alwayz Bratz doll. It's probably biased. It's probably biased, but I also think there's a hint of truth in what I've said. But looking at Teresa, she is, I guess, in this sense, considered the Yasmin counterpart of the group. So I guess just going from right to left, we do have Renee, who I guess could be like Jade. We have Malibu Barbie, who could be like the Chloe of the group, like she was in 2002 when My Scene came out. And then we have Teresa, who has always been part of the Barbie line. I mean, all these characters, some version of these characters has been part of the Barbie lineup probably since the 80s and 90s. But the role they play now, it's a little bit different. It's meant to emulate more of other brands, I feel personally. Teresa's Yasmin, and then Brooklyn Barbie is Sasha. Although I honestly feel like some of the design elements of Teresa are a little bit more aligned with Alwayz Bratz Sasha. But again, just my opinions, just how I'm feeling. So artwork of all four of them on the back. There isn't much description about who the Barbie Dream Besties are. I don't know who they are as a group. Do they want to be my bestie? Are they inviting me to do that? It does say watch it on YouTube Kids, which is something that I think is a leg up on Bratz. Bratz does have a series on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. It's called Alwayz Bratz, and that is the name of this line. And there were some box variations of Alwayz Bratz on some of the secondhand Chinese selling websites that get the factory rejects that had the little thing here that says watch us on TikTok at least. But we didn't really get that in the final production, and I don't know if we're going to get it in any later batches. So that is a leg up for Barbie Dream Besties. They have not debuted their show yet, but if they get it out by August, September, yeah, kids are most likely going to be watching that. The Barbie channel gets tons of views. Like, so I watch some of the most remedial content on that channel sometimes, and it is it's racking up some views. So yes, Barbie's a household name. Bratz has worked its way up with how it gets brought up in households. Trust. Artwork is cute. I do like this artwork a lot. I think it's adorable. I won't lie. Was this Darko Dark? I don't know, but I do like this. I like this artwork a lot. Artwork on the Alwayz Bratz, I liked it. There was some choices stylistically I would have changed. I don't I don't want to be asked to choose between the two, but I do kind of prefer the Barbie Dream Besties in a way. And I'm only saying that because I like it when the girls are posed together. The Alwayz Bratz feels a little too standalone for each character, and it doesn't really show them as a group of friends. It really just shows them as one, like, standalone. Which, I don't know, like, were they shooting themselves in the peg with that idea? I don't know. But what I will say is that what I've always loved about Bratz is how they are individuals. I just like how they were individuals together as a unit, because at the end of the day, they were all able to come together, bring their different perspectives and strengths to really uphold their mission of, like, you know, friendship, but also having fun and, you know, fashion, you know, Bratz ideals. I love having a good name logo and an icon. It's so 2001, and I'm just glad they kept it. I think it's so classic, personally. But we do get a description about Yasmin on the back. It says, "Hey, my name is Yasmin. My fashion passion is mixing classic vintage with modern staples. My friends call me Pretty Princess." There is sort of a description about the friendship aspect, but, you know, they still feel a little bit more standalone in that sense. And I think sometimes what Bratz is struggling with is finding how to dress the girls together on a common theme. Because yes, Alwayz Bratz, they're meant to showcase their individual fashion passions. And, you know, they're still supposed to work cohesively as a unit, but I do feel like some of the design choices of Alwayz Bratz kind of makes them feel very, very different stylistically. And you know what, with Barbie Dream Besties, I don't know. I feel like they do work together. And I like the artwork of them all together. And I like the fact that there is a separate artwork for each character, if I'm not mistaken. Slightly changed up. I don't know. I mean, I like this. This feels so together. This feels a little bit more Bratz to me. This was a little bit more Bratz to me in a sense, and if not Bratz, I would say very similar to My Scene. My Scene is technically supposed to be coming back this year. We'll see what happens. There's like literally no information about that other than it's happening in August or September or whatever. So I'm like interested to see like what is that gonna look like, and what are they gonna give us for $40? I would love to know. If they're giving us this for $20 and they're bringing back My Scene, which has no new sculpts and stuff, how much is that gonna be, honey? But yeah, I don't know. And there is some about Teresa, so we can learn a little bit more about Teresa as an individual. "Hi, I'm Teresa. I love designing video games and leveling up my coding skills." Girl, can we work together, actually? Are you a Bratz fan? Teresa. "Dream, start my own video game company. Favorite activities, gaming, reading, and gymnastics. Favorite class, calculus. Favorite color, coral," which is funny. I don't think there's any coral in Teresa's outfit. "Favorite thing, my headphones." Now, stylistically, design-wise, I do feel like the headphones felt a little bit more Sasha than Yasmin. So that's the only other reason I would sort of put her in that category. But I will say, I don't know, like their outfits, like thinking about the tops and the bottoms and the shoes, kind of. I don't know. The shoes, I'm not liking the shoes in this line, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that niche design choice of like a designer look that is like something that is like within reach made sense. And that's why I would kind of pair Yasmin and Teresa up as the same character in that regard. I don't know. There's choices I love about both of these packages. Of course, I love the more 360-ish view of the Bratz packaging. They did cover up the 360 view on this side, but I do like the artwork. I think it looks good and it really stands out when it's on a shelf. So yeah, that's how I feel about Yasmin. I love the Alwayz Bratz release. I can't say I'm going to prefer the doll and accessories of the Barbie Dream Besties more than the Alwayz Bratz. I think Alwayz Bratz is the top choice for me. Let's keep that clear. But I'm going to say the Dream Besties, I do think, stand a chance as a competitor. And I think now it's finally time to unbox this because I've been talking. But I think it's good to vocalize this. I really wanted to vocalize this. This is like what's been brewing in my mind for 6.5 months now. So I think Barbie Dream Besties and Alwayz Bratz kind of suffer from the same dilemma, where there's all this unused space and then like a bunch of accessories. And not like it's not a lot of accessories, but like for the space that it's filling, that's a lot of accessories. So Alwayz Bratz, I do kind of wish was a little bit more condensed. And that was a note I had made in my original review, I think. And sort of the same here. I don't think all of this was needed. Like, not all of this was needed at this degree. Also, I do need to mention this logo, horrible choice. It should have been the movie logo, the 80s logo, like the original prototypes of the Barbie Dream Besties had back when they leaked in December. I like this part. The dream though, the dream, like the way that the thing pops out, the plastic, I think that's cool. But I don't think all of this was needed. And they should have used the 80s logo, because also, I don't know, Mattel really just did not know how to capitalize off of the Barbie movie. Let's just say that. They could have done a much better job with that. And I don't think it's too late, and I really wish we had seen more of the 80s logo. But on the accessories, they do use the 80s logo, and I'm hoping that stays more consistent as long as this brand runs. So something I've been so curious about is the hair type. And it's saran. It's saran. Do I prefer saran over nylon? Yes, but only in some instances. I do like nylon. I do think nylon's a really good hair fiber. I'm just happy at the end of the day, saran, nylon, I really do not care. As long as it's not polypropylene, I'm all good. I'm all good. I'm not gonna sit on one side of that saran versus nylon war. Y'all can fight it out in the comments. I'm not doing it. I can't. I don't care that much. She does have saran though, and I'm gonna say I have not liked Mattel saran in years. The Mattel saran over the years has just dwindled. Like the quality of it feels different. I don't think they style it very nicely either. Like, this hair looks messy in the box, but I think that's supposed to be the look they're going for. I do like, though, sometimes about the Mattel packaging is that it's a little bit easier to open than MGA's packaging, but I don't like how cheap it feels. The cardboard feels cheap and the plastic feels cheap with the packaging. And no, the packaging's not everything, but I do think it brings a certain enhancement to the overall quality of the product. I told myself this was not going to be a long video, and we barely got the first doll out. Now, this doll is cute. I'm going to say off the bat. I can't be like, she's drop dead, stunning, gorgeous. That's not how I feel about this doll. But I will say she's a cute doll. And you know what? She gives me a Bratz / my scene vibe, because as much as this is definitely 100% a competitor to Alwayz Bratz, if you are denying that fact, please re-examine your opinions. Just saying. Lightheartedly, I'm saying that. She's cute. I don't like the headphones very much. I like the color because it does remind me of the Alwayz Bratz Sasha shoes. I don't like these headphones very much, but you know what? I'll keep them on her. I like this. I like the B emblem. I like that. I love that. I love the 80s logo motifs on these dolls. I will say I'm impressed with this fishnet here. I think they printed on the polka dots, but it almost looks like a real mesh. The top isn't bad. I mean, hey, this top is a little awkward. I think the bow maybe should have been slightly bigger. I know that was a note that the designers made on the Instagram, and I was like, I feel like the bow should be a little bit bigger for the look that you're going for and that kind of silhouette. I do think that bigger bow would have given it, but these are kind of like teenage dolls, so maybe they're not like trying to emphasize that so much. I don't know. The head articulation, I will say, is pretty good. I like this head articulation. I want fashion packs for these. I would like fashion packs for these. Can we see fashion packs for these dolls? I don't want regular Barbie fashion packs. Like, give us specific ones for Dream Besties. The shorts, I don't like. I don't like the shorts very much. I'm going to accept them for what they are. I don't like this red color compared to this red color very much. Even though it's the same as this top, I don't like too much of it. I don't like this bottom half at all. The shorts are ugly. In my opinion, they're ugly. I think if they had maybe been like tailored a little bit differently, maybe if it was a different cut. I don't like this frilly thing here. It doesn't look good on the doll. I'm not into the shorts. Leg articulation, let's see. Okay, she can do that. She can't do that. I'm not expecting a lot of articulation with these. She doesn't have foot articulation, which is fine. I don't really care. Arm articulation, I think, is going to be pretty, like, standard-ish. She can sort of put her hand on her hip. She can't do a split this way, but she could do a split this way. But you might rip her pleather shorts, so you got to be careful with that. The hair, you know, once I fix it up, I think I'm gonna like it. I like these little bow details. I think it's nice that they added those. I don't care that they're plastic. Like, that's not. Not everything can be fabric. I like the hair blend. I think I'll give it that. And I think for the look they're going for, if it was just a little bit more polished in the package, I wouldn't have had such a reaction to it. Necklace, I'm good with or without. I do think it enhances the outfit a little bit. The shoes, not it for me fully. They're not like bad shoes, but they look more like, they look like pajama. They look like slippers on a heel. Do you know what I mean? Like, they don't look like they're supposed to look like that. And I don't know. I think I'd like that concept if it looked different. This just looks a little bit, the tan color, I'm not feeling it. The face, though, we never really talked about the face or the sculpts. So the face sculpts are cute. I'll give them that. I think the face sculpts are pretty cute. They do remind me a little bit of the Mattel Bratz sculpt, but not completely. You can definitely tell that these aren't very Mattel Bratz. I mean, they are Mattel Bratz in a different way, but face-wise, maybe like a light inspiration, I would say. They do remind me a bit of the extra minis and the extra mini minis. And you know what? I'm having deja vu now, because I was like, I knew I was going to forget those dolls when I filmed this video to show y'all as a comparison. And here I am. So I'm going to go grab those dolls. I'll grab my Mattel Bratz set so we can do a little comparison there too. But yeah, she's cute. She's cute. I like her. I kind of wish there was a stand. That was also my Alwayz Bratz complaint. I wish there was a stand. All right, I'm gonna go grab those real quick. Oh, okay. Look at, there's a Barbie bee emblem on the bottom of the shoe. That's not really gonna save it, but it does give it a redeeming quality. I just pulled all these dolls from my shelves and my bin and everything, and I was like, you know, seeing all these dolls together, I don't know, it brings me like a weird sense of joy, and I'm like, wow. Like, 12-year-old me would have like really loved to have lived this life, and I'm just happy that he gets to live it now. So sorry for the sentimentality. I have my Mattel Bratz. I have a Mattel Bratz in my hand. You all cannot judge me. Nobody can judge me. Nobody can judge me. So my Mattel Bratz, her hair has been through it. So not a lot of people know I got a Mattel Bratz doll head. I don't talk about it a lot. I talk about it here and there. People who do ask me about it, sometimes I get a little annoyed, but not at them, but at the concept of what has happened. So I got the Mattel Bratz Yasmin head in 2011, I want to say, or it was going until like 2012, but I'm pretty sure it was like 2011. And she came on a Barbie body, the one with just like the arm joints and the leg joints. And she was cute. I really enjoyed her. She had curly hair. I was so into boil washing in 2011, in that era of my doll collecting, I will say. The early 2010s, I loved to boil wash dolls. I still do, but not all of them. But I boil washed her hair, and it just was completely straight. And I, you know, played with her. I would pose her for photos. I would do different hairstyles, whatever. And she's been through it like a little bit. And like, if I give her a good boil wash now and I just like clean up, like I'll rip out some of the hairs and stuff, she'll be good as new. Like she'll be fine. And I bought her a new body, and she's gonna get like a cute little wardrobe, whatever. Like I'm gonna treat this doll with respect at some point, but right now I have too much on my plate. And no, I will never sell her. I will never sell her. Don't even dare ask me that question. But here she is. This is my Mattel Bratz doll. She looks okay right now, I won't lie. When she had her hair like done, she looked even better. She's gonna be getting a little bit of a makeover at some point. But I did not want to show her prematurely, but I had to for this video. But I do want to show them side by side. Side by side. Oh. Okay, there we go. There's definitely differences in those sculpts. They are, you know, you can tell one is kind of derived from the other, but like a semi-distant cousin. Ooh, I didn't realize this is power. I have power in my hands right now. People who would fight for this. And here I am with this raggedy ass doll. Girl, oh my God. I know I'm gonna piss off a lot of people. Oh, but I had to do it. I had to do it. Okay. And then I am gonna show Miss Teresa, who does have hair in her face. I do apologize. And I should really show them next to Brooklyn as well. Next to, this one feels a little bit more like, yeah, like these, this would be OMG. This would be Tweens. And this would have been the Tots. Like, the light bulb. The light bulb. This is my light bulb. My lips. Okay. And then here is her, the mini. This could really be like, I should do a group photo of this. Like, even like this one has like almost the same skin tone. Like, this could be a little family. Like, these are Yasmin's really, really distant cousins. Sorry, I feel like I'm so going off the walls right now because like having all these dolls in front of me is like, okay. But we did see some face comparisons. I'm going to do some size comparisons, so I'll flip the camera over at the end of the video, and you can see them next to a few different dolls. But we will take out Yasmin really quick because she is right here. Here's the size comparison between the two. This Barbie Dream Besties is more Barbie-sized, of course, and Bratz has always been a little bit more petite next to the Barbie girls. In fact, I think the Bratz are some of the most smallest dolls on the market compared to a few of the bigger brands. So I've been talking so much to you about the face and the hair and comparing it to so many different things, and I know I would love to be objective and treat it as its own thing, but we gotta admit, Barbie Dream Besties is derivative of everything that's on the market right now and what was on the market 23 years ago. And let's say if Bratz were to end at some point, Barbie Dream Besties would never go past the point of when Bratz would end, theoretically. So, and if Bratz stays on the market long enough, I don't think Barbie Dream Besties is gonna make it that far. And I think that's just the cycle of how Mattel brands, specifically their spin-offs, work. Looking back at My Scene and all of the various Barbie spin-offs over the past year, the extra dolls, the extras for all the My Scenes of the world are not there unless Bratz is. Let's just say that. Also, I would still be open to getting Mattel PR, but I know I'm not. We have this keyboard. We haven't talked about these accessories. This is a transparent purple keyboard. It's cool. It's cool. She does not have a computer, though. She just has a keyboard and her phone, which, yes, you can do that kind of stuff. I know, it's advanced. But I do think there is potentially a computer somewhat. It's like an iPad with Brooklyn. So maybe you're meant to, like, collect the dolls and whatnot. This bag, I know it makes sense for her character, but I really just don't like this bag. If they had to give her this bag, I wish they would have scaled it up. This is a sculpt that they have used several times for the Barbie extra minis, and I also think they've used it a few times on the Barbie regular extra dolls. It's okay on her. It looks a little ridiculous on her. I won't lie, it looks a little ridiculous. But I guess it makes sense for her character, whatever. It's cheaper to use that sculpt. Cool. And glasses. The sunglasses, I thought these were daisies when I first saw them, and I said I didn't like them. But now that I see them and I know they match the shoes, I think I don't like them even more. But I gotta appreciate that they match at the same time. Now, this here is gonna change the game. This phone case is like stretchy like a real phone case. The phone is a cheap little piece of plastic. It has game over on it. I guess it makes sense for the character. Cool. You can put it in the phone case, and it does have the thumb hole so that you can put it on the doll's thumb. And I do like that with dolls, and I wish Bratz did that. They've done it a few times, I believe, with the Shadow High and Rainbow High dolls, but it was kind of like far and few in between. I do love this phone moment. I wish Bratz had that. That's a case of like, I wish Bratz had that. The teddy bear case was cute, and then she does come with her own little teddy bear. So a lot of the theme of doll lines, I think, honestly, for a long time, but especially the past few years, has been pets. And I noticed Barbie uses a lot of pets. Monster High uses pets. And the least frequent users were the MGA doll brand. So I find it very curious. And I'm noticing MGA has the pets with some dolls. Did they do it with... You know, I haven't noticed any OMG or any tweens lines that are pet focused, which is interesting to note. Rainbow High, they started including pets with some of the dolls. I did notice. It's not like so many of them, but it is a little bit. What's interesting is that Bratz Pretty and Punk originally came with pets. They had cats and dogs, but they didn't include them with the reproductions last year. I think it was budget reasons. If you fully reproduce Pretty and Punk today, it probably would have been like $45-50 if we're being real, with inflation and all that. And they probably were like, okay, we'll cut the pets, and we also don't feel obligated to design a pet for Sasha. That's how I assume they thought that, logically thinking. That's where my mind goes. The teddy bear is cute. Oh, but Bratz Babies does have pets, and I do love the Bratz Babies pets so much. That's like my favorite pet usage in a doll brand, and that's from a half biased, half non-biased approach. I don't like it when it's just a pet to be a pet. It has no purpose. Like, those are based on the doll icons, and like, you know, it establishes a little bit more of the personalities of the Bratz, is what I want to say. Bratz comes with a poster, and Dream Besties doesn't. I'm not holding that against them. But we gotta consider, okay, like, there's the poster in there. You're getting a doll here with a lot of high quality fabrics. The accessories, you have electroplated accessories, which is when they're metallic. You have, honestly, a better looking outfit. Overall, a better looking outfit. Even a more appetizing looking hairstyle. Even though the hair might look a little bit messy in the box, I do think the hair on Yasmin, I like the execution better, and I do like Nylon a little bit better. Compared to current Mattel Saran, if it was Mattel Saran from 1994, like my reproduction Barbies, that's delicious. But if it's Mattel Saran made as of yesterday, I'm not buying it next to Nylon. Sorry, just being honest. But something I'm gonna give to Barbie for this one is that I enjoy that they're developing more of the personalities of the quote-unquote side characters like Renee or Nikki, Teresa, Christy. I know there's going to be a wave 2 of Barbie Dream Besties. I know there's a Ken. I'm interested to see what that looks like, because sometimes boy designs don't fully translate when you're going for this certain aesthetic. But we'll see. It could be a cute doll. And I don't know I forget the other names of the people who were in the line. I saw it somewhere. It might have been Summer, but I don't know. But I like knowing more about Was it Raquel? No, Raquel. I don't think it was Raquel. But I like knowing more about the characters. I like seeing the characters develop a little bit more. And it doesn't have to be like some expert, like HBO Max type level. Oh my god, there's a fly. Oh, I hate the summer. Can we please just cut to fall? Can we cut to fall? Like the summer sometimes, but not all the time. I lose my track of thought a little bit though. Yeah, I just like being able to connect with the characters, and I feel like I can connect with most characters in some different way, to some different extent or degree. Whereas with Barbie, I've always felt like it's just been Barbie. Even in the Barbie movie, like I literally wanted more of the side characters. I loved Margot Robbie. If we could have had equal screen time for both sides of that, I would have loved that. There might have been. I don't know. I just feel like there was so much Ken in the movie, which I understood why. It's like you got to understand these things, but it's like, damn, I wish I had more of this maybe, or I wish this had been more equal to this. And that's how I feel about Barbie. That's really just how I feel about Barbie as a brand. Understand it's like, you know, Barbie can be everything, but we have to understand at the start of it, Barbie started as this idealistic white woman. And I don't think that can ever truly be representative of the world. As of course, Bratz stuck to like two face sculpts for most of its time, but I feel like they were able to tell stories through the different face-ups that they would give, the artwork that would go into it, the designs, there was a character development through fashion, which I feel like Barbie only tries to develop characters in like weird avenues. I don't like the way they do it. I just don't like it. I don't know. And like I can't fully talk because Bratz hasn't had like really, really concrete pieces of media in the past 16 years. They're working on it. They're working up to it, but it's like, damn, like, you know, I just feel like the possibilities that Bratz has on the market is not being used to its fullest extent. Whereas, because I don't think MGA would have the resources, or maybe the resources are being used elsewhere. But then what Mattel is able to do in terms of marketing the dolls sometimes, and the way that they don't have to put too much effort into it on their part, but the dolls are kind of subpar. Like, I think Bratz, I want Bratz to have that kind of reach, you know? I'm rambling. This is a ramble video. Nobody told me, and I've had Taco Bell waiting for me for like an hour, over an hour. We're gonna open up Brooklyn Barbie. I'm excited to see more development of the side characters of Barbie is what I'm getting at, and I'm excited to see more of Brooklyn and whoever else, Teresa, Nikki, Christy, Raquel, Renee, Summer, Skipper. Oh my god, Skipper. We should do Skipper. Like Teen Skipper. We should get a Teen Skipper reproduction. Mattel Creations sleeps on the bags. They don't get good night's sleep. Barbie Brooklyn. Hi, I'm Barbie. I love expressing myself through dance, both on stage and behind the scenes. Dream, become a world-famous choreographer. Favorite activities, making up dance routines, video editing, creative writing. Favorite class, English. Favorite color, pink. Favorite thing, my adorable puppy. The artwork is so cute. The artwork's so cute. Yes, more of this, more of this. More fun artwork. I'm surprised I prefer this over Bratz. Let's just say that. Okay, we're gonna open up. We're gonna open up. All right. Oh, the face. I love her face. I love this face. And you know what? This face feels more... Okay, first let's look at the face. Let's look at that face. I love that blue eyeshadow. Like, I don't know, it works so well. Here is Brooklyn Barbie. She has an interesting hairstyle. You know what? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the hair. It's kind of parted weird in the back, but I like it for that reason, where you can potentially, like, you know, you can part it down here and have her hair down, or you can part it in a weird way back here. I don't know. There's something very, very unique about the hair, but you know what kills it for me is this tinsel. The tinsel ruins it. The tinsel almost ruins it. Teresa have earrings? Oh my god, Teresa doesn't have earrings. She doesn't have pierced ears. Okay, Teresa doesn't have pierced ears, but Brooklyn Barbie does. Her earrings are cute. They're like kind of bamboo-like. Oh, see, this is what I liked about being on the camera, was that I could do this, but on my phone it's a little bit awkward. The face up though, I love the way that they did the ombre lips. I honestly wish we could see more of that with Bratz. I think this is Tampo, but it could be Tampo combined with UV. I feel like the UV has been getting a little bit better, but not that much better. So I definitely think it's some combo mix. Here are the two face sculpts together. I will say I do like the dimples. I like how they included dimples on only one of the dolls. Or maybe, I don't know what the other dolls sculpts like. But this one doesn't have dimples, but she does have freckles. And she has, like, you know, a closed mouth. So here is her face next to the extra minis. And I feel like that is more of a close look. I do feel like there's, I don't know, I think having the eyes a little bit more apart helps. The Dream Besties, I'm losing track of these names in my head, please. Because the eyes are really close on the minis, and I think that's what kind of makes them maybe not everyone's cup of tea because they got canceled. I like how the puppy is posed in the arms. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think these needed pets. Can I say that? I don't think these needed these pets. The shirt underneath, it's just a basic tank top. It looks cheap though, like the fabric. It doesn't need to be the best thing, but I don't know. It just seems kind of like, okay. But it's whatever. It says New York, Brooklyn. I like this concept. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting tired of these Letterman jackets. And there's nothing on the back. I do like it when there's like a little detail in the back and it's like, ooh, like it's a, you know, like 59 for 1959, that kind of thing. Because Bratz would definitely do that and put an L1 on the back. But this one says New York, Brooklyn. You know, I don't dislike it. I don't like the fabric used here. I wish it was more of a faux fur rather than this sort of like pilled fabric. I feel like this is what happens when you like throw like jackets, like those fluffy jackets, the faux fur jackets, into a dryer and it starts to like fuzz up like this. I don't like it, to be honest. And the skirt is like a cheap, very, very cheap, thin paper-like fabric that is like a printed on denim, and there's like real stitching around the garment, but like none of it is like real. There's no pockets that you can use. MGA brands do have real pockets. Are these details necessary for the doll? Maybe not. I don't know. But do I think it enhances what you're getting and it still justifies the price? 100%. But I think to the common consumer, it's really hard to look at these analytically because you're really looking at the quantity over the quality sometimes. You're looking at the quantity of what you're getting for what price you're getting it at, and you want the most of your money. So yeah, maybe Barbie Dream Besties does have a leg up on Alwayz Bratz or Bratz in the future, but I don't think it has to be that way, and I think there are ways that, I don't know, I think they could both be on the market. I don't foresee Barbie Dream Besties going a long time. I'll be fully real. But we could be surprised. Like, I could be fully surprised. I don't know. I'm not feeling the shoes. The shoes are just like some random reused sculpt from another Barbie doll. Or if it's not reused, it's very similar, and I pity the fool who had to remake the sculpt. And it's just one color, and it doesn't feel like super dynamic. So quality-wise, not the best, but I do think she's a really cute doll. She's a really cute doll. So let's see them. Okay. Yeah, they feel like very derivative of, you know, the Mattel Bratz. And I kind of like them for that reason. Like, it's, of course, they're not gonna like use those sculpts and be like whatever. Mattel has their way of doing things, and I don't mind it. I think it's fine. I will say, articulation to me is not everything for a doll. and I don't think all dolls need that much articulation. So I almost feel like I might have preferred if these maybe weren't fully articulated the way they are. And same thing with Bratz is sometimes I wish the knees were a little bit more bendy, so if I sat them down on something like the lip couch that's coming out, I wish the knees bent a little bit more. I would like articulated knees. I don't mind the arms fully with the articulation, but sometimes I just love a doll with no articulation. Classic. I don't know. Something I think about. But we have this ring light here, and it does have this foam thing. This doesn't move. It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't have to move, but I'm like, I use one of these. I'm using one of these right now. So it feels like I'm in like Inception. We do have her sort of iPad here. There are UV printed details on the accessory, and then on the back we do see the Barbie logo sort of emblazoned on the back here. This is where she feels like Sasha, because this is an accessory that Sasha would have came with 10 years ago. I'll show you what it is. It's a stereo. Okay, like subtle way to try to bring like a retro piece of tech back. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like the inclusion of that, because I don't know if I like what it stands for. And we have a purple phone. I think I like it because it's purple and it's his best friend on it. You can't see that it's his best friend on it. But this phone case is actually so cute. The star and the Barbie logo with the grip. If this was a Bratz phone case, I would eat this up. Eat this up. I like this. I like that a lot. I like this phone case. She's the best phone case by far. Out of the whole line, I'm gonna guess that she has the best one. And I like her bag. It does look kind of retro. It's kind of like 70s kind of bowling bag with this vintage looking, I mean, it is a vintage logo, but it looks even more vintage with this sort of washed out rainbow faded onto the bag. I like this. I do like this accessory a lot. And I think the logo does it for me. That logo does it for me. I wish they stuck to that logo. But that's it. That is it. I said it's a lot of space. It's all this and nothing else. So Angelz, that was my very brutally honest review / rant about none other than the Barbie Dream Besties. These girls, they are the center of controversy right now. Somewhat. That, like, really, like, it's dolls. At the end of the day, this is dolls. We are playing dolls. We are enjoying dolls. Like, we don't have to make a big deal about it, but I think it's okay to express ideas and interests as long as it doesn't become, like, argumentative. Like, we don't need to argue about it. Why are we wasting the energy? Like, there's just something wrong with that to me. Yeah, these are Bratz competitors. They do emulate Bratz and Mycene and all those dolls. There's elements of all of these doll brands since Bratz came out, since maybe even Diva Stars came out, we can say that it borrows elements from all those brands. Very, very clearly. If you opened your eyes, you would see it. I like it though. I like it. I like it as a substitute for what we were getting before. I like it as a substitute for Barbie Extra and Barbie Extra Minis and Extra Mini Minis. As much as I love them, I like this kind of as that alternate for now. And if they're not going to give us Mycene Playline, I guess they can give us these. Let's see what the Mycene Collector dolls look like, because that might be what Mycene Playline would have been. If you get it, you get it. I like these dolls. I'm definitely going to pick up Renee and Malibu Barbie, unless Mattel sees this and wants to put me on their PR list. Hey. Oh my goodness. Here's a teaser of what's to come on this YouTube channel. If you liked that, like this video and subscribe to my channel, because you know what, we're going to be doing some really cool doll content And I hope you enjoyed this review. I really hope you enjoyed this review. Thank you so much for watching. Seriously, thank you, because just seeing YouTube interaction and talking to y'all, or at least just seeing the whatever reception you have or whatever response you have to what I have to say, I like seeing it. I like seeing it. I love a good little like banter moment. Oh, she did come with, I liked her purse. I liked her purse. Not a big fan of her bag. But yeah, I think there's a lot of pros and cons about both of these dolls. Would I recommend buying them? Yeah, sure. Like, why not? I even see influence from like my first Barbie in these. Like, I can see these being kind of like the replacement for all of the alternatives. This is the one main alternative now. That's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this. We are gonna get the other two soon. Whenever I see them, I went to a different Walmart, didn't find them there, and my Targets haven't been like stocking the new stuff yet, so I'm not like in a super rush. But I was like, I need to get home. I dropped my Taco Bell to go film this video. Let's just say that. I was just so curious, and I had thoughts. I had thoughts racing through my mind about this. And thank you so much for giving me the medium to take it out on. But if you want more of this, if you want just more doll takes or whatever, follow me on all socials at Lookin' Bratz Hold the G on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and all other social platforms that are linked in the description of this video. You can also find a link to lookinbratz.com. My pride, my love, my joy, and the best is yet to come, as I have said many a times, but the true beginning of that website is starting soon. And I'm excited. I'm excited. And Barbie Dream Besties, girl, we'll be seeing each other again, so let's talk. Sister, let's talk. But that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, subscribe. Can you please subscribe? I don't know. Please. And if you get me to 20K, I'll expedite this video. I'll expedite the Mattel Bratz video, because that's a video. That is gonna happen. But anyways, love y'all. I wish I could give so many of you forehead kisses or hugs, but I'll see you later. And oh, let's flip the camera. Let's flip the camera, and we are going to close it out by doing a little size comparison, maybe some more face comparisons. Let's go do that real quick. Okay, don't mind me. I'm in like a weird corner of my bedroom. I didn't feel like moving my chair again, so I just kind of pulled the table over a little bit so you don't completely see my bed right now. It's a little messy. I actually have Teresa on it because I didn't know where else to put her, so there's Teresa. But trying to stand Barbie Dream Besties, yeah, I wish they came with a stand or something. But I just was looking at Yasmin and Brooklyn next to each other, and I was kind of like, oh, I feel like they'd be friends if circumstances were different. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, I feel like they'd get along. Like, if the universes, like, had aligned a little bit differently for them. But in case you were curious about extra minis and extra mini minis, they do not compare in size at all to any of the dolls that you see here. You can see that Bratz and LOL OMG have always been kind of around the same height. Shadow High has always been not very taller, but taller, kind of more Barbie sized. And then we do have my very, very gorgeous, sorry, Yasmin. My very gorgeous, stunning, no matter what you say about a reproduction, this 1994 35th anniversary 1959 original Barbie. Yes, I mean, come on, a classic, a true classic never goes out of style, honey. But yeah, I don't know if this was the best Barbie to use as I don't think this was the best Barbie to use as an example, but there she is. And then, yeah, she's a little bit shorter, I feel. I think it's the head shape and all of that, too. Maybe I should have compared it to a more modern Barbie. But here she is next to a Bratz doll. As you can see, there is, of course, a little bit of a height difference. But that's okay. I don't think there's height differences between the besties either. Like, it's not Monster High. I would have used a Monster High doll, but I was like, all of G3, it's like all different sizes, so I don't know if it would be the best comparison, but I do want to give at least a comparison to what's kind of on the market, what's most popular right now, or I don't know, was, but my Mattel Bratz, I know people are gonna have questions about her, and I swear, once we get past September, y'all, like, just keep up with me on social media, like, follow me on all socials. Oh, we're gonna we're gonna really delve into this one day, this doll. But yeah, you can definitely tell there's a relation there. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!